How's it going, man? Doing good? Nice. I don't know, I just woke up. I'm not sure yet. We'll see, though. I spent like all of like last night working on probability statistics stuff. Just a fun project I decided to do. You can also play Endless Easy a bit. Nice. I've been slacking recently, so I'm trying to get the grinds back going. But sometimes I get distracted by like fun little stuff stuff that I find fun, which most people probably wouldn't find fun, especially if they hate like math. Yo, nice. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, if you can do like 60 an hour, then you're only like 3 hours away from 6K. A little bit, slightly more than that. It shouldn't be too bad of a grind. It's about a level a minute if you go at least at a decently quick pace. It's not like too quick. Like I can do like I think my top speed was like 80 an hour, and I can't do that regularly. So on average, I do like I don't know, like 65 to 70ish, low 70s an hour. So I'm actually like trying. If I'm playing leisurely, then yeah, it's around like 55 to 60 or so. Do 50 an hour, nice. You just gotta get into like the skip meta. You gotta feel out. I mean, that's the level I show skipped. I didn't realize that was a level long, or a minute long. But yeah, just, sometimes I forget to go into the pause menu, check the world record, and see if it's long or not. I took the record to that level, so I'll take that free world record, I guess. Yeah, this long level, you get out of there. That's the meta. Um, but there are, it's more complicated than that a little bit. Like, for example, there's levels that may have short world records, but, I have to go through a bunch of pipes to get to the end. Yeah, that's not worth doing it because the in-game timer pauses, so the real-life timer keeps going, right? So, yeah, any level where you're just, like, shown a pipe and the world record's, like, 20 seconds, yeah, you should probably skip that. Or you're forced to go into a pipe because you have to take two pipes. You have to go, into the sub area, and then the only way to beat the level is to go out of the sub area. So you have to take an even number of pipes every single time you play a level, beat a level. So yeah, stuff like that. People are like, "Oh, don't do underwater levels," but here's the thing: underwater levels can also be fast. I mean, as long as their world record's short, then it doesn't matter. Underwater or not, right? Like you'd think it'd be counterintuitive because you just have a slower moving speed, but realistically, if the world record time is short, then yeah, just keep playing it. 669966. That's pretty nice, right? Yeah, but if they're like 15 seconds, just do it. It's just 15 seconds, right? Like this is a level you should skip. I mean, this is what I was talking about. 20 seconds. Also, this is a refreshing level, so literally, they're going to pause the in-game timer a lot by forcing you to go through a bunch of the power-ups. I mean, this is obviously free. You don't have to check the world record on that one. We take those. Skip everything over. 45 seconds. I'm gonna say that I think I optimized the cutoff, and yeah, it's about 25. You should shoot for 25 or less. Unless there's a pipe in 20 seconds or less. Doors are fine because, you know, you don't have to enter or exit some areas. Oh, yeah, and also death. If you die on like a 15 to second level or more, yeah, it's probably not worth it. Because that's another 15 seconds you have to spend playing the level, which is more than 30 at that point. Versus levels are never worth it because they're usually super long. But, you know, it's always been a check. This one's fine. So I am going to, near the world record time, do this and just iframe it, and then I get a world record for free. That's also another thing you can do with the world record, is you can feel out how long the level is supposed to take, and you can, you know, plan your iframes if you have like a power up, and that's sort of situation right there. So I was like, yeah, you have to beat it within 10 seconds if you're going fast, and I was pretty much playing as good as I could there. So yeah, that's how you just also get world records. It's good. I'll play this one out. Oops, I fucked up. Actually, wait, we can salvage this thing. You just go in here, right? We'll just go get it. I probably short stream today, by the way, like real short. I'm gonna do my dailies at 5 p.m. as usual. It's 3:30. 669969. Again, lots of sixes, lots of nines, very nice. I didn't check world record. Yeah, usually clear conditions, yeah, are generally longer, but so it's safe to usually skip those. But I mean, always worth checking, especially with a pipe in it. You know, you see a clear condition, you see a pipe, it's probably not worth playing. But you don't even have to check the world record on that one. It's probably gonna be short. I mean, not short. Auto levels can be tricky because you don't know if there's like cheese, where the level can be a lot harder but take a lot less time, so you kind of have to feel it out. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing I was just doing like a brief like get to 670k, but yeah, thank you for the raid, appreciate it. But not to worry, I should be live for at least like another like half hour at the very least. Yeah, I usually don't stream at this time. I usually am asleep at this time, but I don't know, my sleep schedule's just been kind of weird. Raid. It's insane how far I am. Yeah, yeah. Well, I've never seen that patch before. Twitch DJ? That's pretty cool. Yeah, we're probably gonna hit like 1 million probably less than a year. I mean, easily less than a year. 900k is for total clears is coming in hot at like I don't know, probably within the month, easily. Like if I just like play 400 a day, then I should do it within next month. Came back being rated. Nice, nice. But yeah, what are you doing during your stream? Okay, never mind. If you gotta go, you gotta go. Take it easy. Thanks for stopping by. Yo, thanks for follows, guys. Appreciate it. Viewer levels, nice. Yeah, just go viewer levels. Because my thing is, I have probably played your level anyways. Keep in mind, I have the most levels done out of everyone in the world, so chances are I've played at least one of your levels at this point, statistically speaking. If you have at least multiple levels, like maybe up to like, I don't know, 10 or so, I've probably at least played one of them. Very likely. I'd have to do the math on that though. I mean, I do have a database where I can, at the very least, you know, if I'm like spamming like easy levels, right, you know, there's like, I don't know, like, I think it was like 13 or 14 million easy levels that are out there. I don't know, I haven't checked in a while. So then I'd have to do some like probability math, like, you know, I think it's like 1 minus, you know, the level count divided, I mean, yeah, 1 minus the, I don't remember. 1 minus 1 over the level count, I think. I think that's how that works. And then to the, I don't know, like 900th power, or 900,000th power. Is that how that works? Might be something like that. It's like asking the same question on, if you're like doing like coin tosses or like dice tosses, how many rolls until you land a 6 or something like that, right? And it's like 5 over 6, you know, is like your fail chance, and then you just do that over and over again. You know, you raise it to the power of your failures in a row, and then you're and then you get a success, and then it's you know. I've been doing a lot with that sort of like probability stuff lately. Not just in this game, but like in another game that I play. You know, things like rolling certain equipment upgrades and stuff like that is very probabilistic, and it's kind of fascinating to me. You know, I want to know if I'm like lucky or not, so I've been doing a lot of that stuff. Writing a couple programs to do some simulations, all that good stuff. That was a good time. Yeah, I graduated with a degree in both math and CS, so, you know, that's kind of my thing, is writing programs that have to do with math. Like, that's my forte, right? Like, there's a lot of, like, CS guys that just hate math, but I'm, like, not one of them, because literally I have a degree in also math, so... So I'm like good at like making like calculators and simulators and stuff like that. That's kind of like my thing. And databases. You know, I'm kind of into that stuff. Oh wait, nice. You're in CS right now? Hell yeah. Yeah, I graduated like, I don't know, like half a decade ago at this point. Oh, sorry, I just saw your message, Hambone. What's up, man? I have to reset, man. But yeah, I was up all of like last night working on just a stupid little stats project, coding stats project. Didn't want to interrupt the math talk. Oh yeah, You know, map talk is always important. Yeah, I was like working on like this thing where I was trying to compute. So like randomly, there's like 19 different stats you can pull from, but it's like without replacement. So you can't roll the same stat on multiple times, but there's you get 4 of these stats, but like there's 19 possible stats to choose from. So there's like 19 choose 4 combinations, which is like 3,876 from seeing that number so many times. And then you multiply that by so there's a certain percent chance of rolling a tier per item stat roll. So and it's an integer thing, so it's like 1 to 100. So it's just like you raise 100 to the 4th power because of all 4 of the equipment things in the probability space. Because I mean all the probabilities are like integers, so like there's a 29% chance to roll something, a 45% chance to roll a better version of that, a 25% chance to roll even a better version, and then a 1% chance to roll the best thing, like the best tiered thing. But you do that like 4 times with 1 for each stat thing. So then that's 3,876 times 100 to the 4th power, and that's a big number. And that's your probability space. And then I was trying to figure out, so like 10 of the stats are useless of the 19. 10 of the stats don't give me anything good. So that's like 10 choose 4, amount of chance to get something that gives literally nothing. And then I just wrote a program to like give me all the combinations and fill up the probability space. Because when you have to make this your equipment can get scored based on how good it is, right? And there's a whole thing with that. Yeah, it's a mess, but it took a while, and I'm sure you guys don't know what the heck I'm talking about. But yeah, I play this game called MapleStory, and the upgrading in that game is just, from a statistical perspective, is wilding. Let's just say it's very in depth. Even though it probably took the programmers not a lot of time to actually make the system, but actually dissecting the system gets pretty complicated. So I was like working all night with like ChatGPT, and I was trying to get this thing to work. And several times the 4.0 model just like ran out, and I got stuck with a very dumb 4.0 mini, and I was like about to rip my dick off from how frustrating it was. But I managed to get it to work. And I was very happy. So, in other words, there's this site. Hold on, let me find it. Let's see. Yeah, this flame calculator here, which I pretty much reverse engineered the code here without even looking at the source code, basically, and I got the numbers matched. So I was pretty happy about that. That took like all day yesterday to get that to work. And there's a couple niche scenarios that I have yet to work on. Like for example, it says like class other, so that's like most of the classes in the game. But then out of like the 50, but then there's a couple fringe cases that I have yet to even start. Like the other classes, like 5 left. But yeah, I covered it for like 90% of the players. That's the important part, unless you're one of those niche classes. And there's also different tiers of what flame you can use. You know, you can get like, uh, if you get a red flame, you can roll anything between like tiers 3 through 6. But if you get like a black flame, then you can roll between tiers 4 through 7. And also there's flame advantage and not flame advantage based on what, like if it was dropped from a boss or not, which boosts your possible tiers by 2. Usually most things are boss flame advantage, so yeah. And 7's the max. Otherwise, yeah, that's how you get a tier 1, which is like the worst, is using red flames and not boss drops. Well, that's pretty rare. It's a whole complicated thing. And then it also depends on what level the gear is as well. Like the formulas. It's like, oh my god, a whole system. And then there's stat equivalencies, as you see if you scroll down slightly. And I did code that, and that was fun to work out. You know, basically you're trying to normalize, there's different stats, but you can like, you know, you have like a secondary stat, and you can see how much of that secondary stat is worth your main stat, all that crazy stuff. And a lot of RPGs, you usually have more than just like your main stat, right? You usually have, like, if you're a warrior, you usually have more than just strength. Maybe you might have like dex or agility or something like that on top of that. So that's what that means. You want to find out how much increasing one of your main stat is in terms of like increasing how X amount of your other stat. Because your gear will come with both your main stat and your secondary stat, so. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Am I still live? Oh, I'm live again. Okay. What the fuck? Okay, I'm back. I think. Yeah, I don't know what just happened there, but that was weird. I hope I'm back at least. I mean, I think I'm back on my phone. Yeah, I was saying, yeah, we should hit we should hit 670k in about 15 minutes or so, assuming no more internet blips, like whatever just happened there. Yeah, I think I'm back because, I mean, Chrome Remote Desktop's doing alright. That requires an internet connection. Damn, that made me lose all my viewers. Sad. Also, it's double posting. Hold on, I need to fix my bot. I know you guys can't like see what I'm doing. I'm just rerunning the program. I need to fix that bug at some point. It's just like whenever I get disconnects, my bot will like start double posting because it like tries to, when it reconnects, it makes another instance of itself. So I gotta figure that one out. It's okay, we'll be done in about 10 minutes. The pipes, nice. Okay. Sometimes they hit you with the long stretch, and then you have to go in a pipe, and then it's like, oh my god, I'm playing like twice of this level. So it's good to check. Yeah, this is an example of like, you know, it's an underwater level, but even though it might seem, you know, because it's an underwater level, sorry, I can't talk right now, that it might be long, but it's actually not. I mean, it's still just like, you know, don't be deceived, just like check the world record time. And just like that, I mean, I just held right and I got the world record. Even though that's not even optimal because I like got a power up and I wasn't even holding right the entire time. I don't get why people like would put a feather in their level when you can't even like reach it in time. Alright, time to go. Okay, like 99% of the levels that like have a star, like just like dropped on you, it literally lasts like 5 or 6 seconds, and you know it's not even worth checking the world record time. So that's a little bit of a time saver. It's just like enemy spam and just mow them down. That's it. The fact that Star gives you faster movement speed on top of that usually means it's just worth it anyway. Very rarely are you not gonna get like a basically free level out of that. Yes, 1-1, but in maybe 1 minute. I actually inspired Ragefire to make that level, or a level that's like that. Make 1-1, because he was doing 10 minutes, make it in 10 minutes, make it in 5 minutes. I was like, how about 1 minute? Can you make 1-1 in 1 minute? And then he made 1 minute, and it was super scuffed and pretty funny. Sadly, you can't debate him off the side here because of this little raised ledge. What? What was that hitbox? What the fuck is that hitbox? Okay, that one, yeah, that one's my fault, but yeah, that last one was just kind of bullshit. I'll just stay over here, I guess. That's a good place to hold him. Boom Booms are usually never worth fighting anyways, 3D World Boom Booms, just from how long the fight takes. In easy at least. Unless they literally are right at the door there, in that instance. Usually people put them at the end of the level though, and it takes about 20 seconds to kill it. Okay, we got pipes but 11 seconds though, so I don't know, this is kind of on the fence for me. Ooh, double pipes, so double sets of pipes. I don't know about that one. I think we have to go back into sub area. Ooh, this is starting to look not worth it. Just from a timing perspective. It's an underwater level, so I'll give it a check in terms of the world record and stuff. Pipe, okay, no, it's not worth it. Pipe, 44 seconds, definitely not worth it. Trying to stay above water as much as I can here, just to, at least get a world record there. Last time you're in the water, the faster you go, right? In forest levels. Alright, we got 5 levels to go here. I noticed that for 3D World levels, I'm just like always airborne. That's because there's like this weird drag effect if you're on the ground in 3D World that slows you down. So that's why it's always best to be airborne in 3D World levels to go fast. That's how you get 3D World records. Bunch of 6s, bunch of 9s, I'm into that. Nice, okay. That might be a world record, I'm not sure. Take another one. That one's just like a weird, like, I knew I was like gonna get it because of the fact that it was a 6.7 second level that was an auto score, and I just kind of felt it out. That the flag was just gonna be where it was gonna be. Alright, 2 levels. I'll replay this one, so it's not going to count for a total clear. Yeah, for me, unlike most people in the world, repeats are actually pretty common. I think repeat levels, but usually it's a rare event for literally everyone else in the world. But yeah, it just is like, I don't know, like a 10% chance for me to get like a repeat or something. Hey, I even have the world record on top of that, which is like a 1% chance, I think. 69999. So out of every 100 levels, one of them will usually have, like, I'll encounter a level that just has my world record on it in Museum List. I think it's around 1%. God, just take forever. Just give me that. Okay, 7-seconder. Shouldn't be too bad. I was about to jump off Yoshi, but then I was like, oh shit, this is clear condition. Alright. Nice. I made it. Let's get our screenshots in. I know this one was short today, but no, I just wanted to get it over with. Boom. 670k. Couple more to go here in terms of screenshots. Now I gotta grab the leaderboards. We're almost at 890k. Where that is, and then boom. Okay, we got it all. We got it all. So I think we are done for now. I know this is a very short stream, but I have nothing else planned for today. I'm not gonna go for 890k because I got stuff to do in an hour. So yeah, good stream, guys. Good stream. 40 minutes. I know this is like an internet blip somewhere in there, but yeah, good stuff. I'll be on, I don't know, maybe later tonight to finish up the 890k, but we'll see. Have a good one.